today. Wow, today, you see, I'm not gonna talk about the diamonds, how to make. I'm not gonna talk about geology or gemology, but I'm gonna talk about the three things that are very precious in Buddhism. We are still in the series of the numerical teachings of Buddha. Topics today: the values of the triple gem. Last time I give an introduction about the triple gem, but today I will focus more about the value of that. Why do we have to believe? Why we have to pay respect, to the triple gem of the Buddhism. So this is the kind of like main course of Buddhism. What is it? Triple gem? I will share to you. So the origin of the teaching in this series and this topic come from what? Come from Tipitaka. And Tipitaka, and yes, is the Pali canons of Buddhism. Oh, sorry. But because you see the Tipitaka, we in Thailand we have 45 books. It's kind of like the big set. It's a lot of that. And in 100 years ago, one of the head of the Thailand Sangha, his name is สมเด็จพระมหาสมณเจ้า ร่มพระยาวชิรยานวโรรส is a long name because it comes with his title. So he collect all what the Buddha teaching from the Tipitaka, 45 books of that. He collect and put it in numerical orders. That's why the topic, the series is the numerical teaching. How he put it. So like at the beginning, I'm talking about the gracefulness, which consists of patience, modesty. It has a two practice, right? We put it in the category of two. Then now we are on the topic of the triple gems. It consists of Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, three supporting ideas. So we put in a category of 3, and next we'll share on the category of 4, 5, 6, 7 to around 16, and then we will go in order in the numerical order. And he put in the numerical orders Dhammas in the book called the numerical teaching of Buddha, or Navagawad. He said that the teaching of Buddha for the new monk and the people. That's why we give the series right now is numerical teachings of the Buddha. Yeah, this is a standard text for the Dhamma student. So we're gonna talk about the Buddha. The topic of Buddha. So last time I talked about who is the Buddha. You have a question, right? The Buddha is not the name of the person. It is his title, which means awaken. Why? Because he awoke to the truth of the universal, to the all suffering, to life, and also he taught and guided us the way to reach the real happiness and to be free from all suffering, free from all defilements. Actually, his name is Siddhartha. He was born in an aristocratic family in Shakya Kingdom. It is an ancient kingdom in the North Indian continent. Yes, he was born as a prince, but he eventually renounced his lay life. And after several years of self-modification, practicing and do meditate and practice asceticism, he awakened to understand the workings of the cycle of rebirth and how it can be escaped. he got enlightened, right? And then he traveled throughout the Indian continent to teach his teaching and to build the Buddhism community. And he taught the middle way of life, between sensual between indulgence and modification. You have to go practice on the middle way to reach what? To get enlightened, to reach inner happiness. This is how important. But for more, why should we pay respect of him? What about the values of the Buddha? So go next slide. Okay, the values of the Buddha. It has a 9 supporting ideas, 9 values of the Buddha. Arahant, he is the Arahant. It means he is the purified man. He is a person who has no defilements and who can destroy who can be away from the law of karma, because he has a lot of merit and he practiced until he purified enough to reach the status of Arahant. Away, he will not be in the law of karma anymore. And then he bring his experience to teach all the laymen to find happiness, to be away from suffering. That's why we have to pay respect him. The first one. The second one, okay, in the Pali word, I know that sometimes it might be difficult to remember, but Samma Samputo is mean he is fully self-enlightened. So most of Arahant in Buddhism, he got enlightened from what? From the Buddha's teaching, Buddha guided. But for him, he did by himself until he got enlightened by himself. So he is like the highest master to got enlightened, and then bring his experience to teach monks and laymen. The third one we call Vichcha Charana Sampanno. So he is very perfect in knowledge and conduct. So he knows everything around the world, and he has a good behavior, beautiful practice, beautiful attitude. Vichcha, he is very charismatic. And Sukhato, the fourth one, he is the well gone. So it means he can bring the bright way, the good pathway to people to find inner happiness. So he can bring the path of real happiness to people, to go on that, not go on the wrong way of life, because Sukha is mean happy. The next one, fifth one. Okay, the fifth one is what? Is one we call this Loka Vithu. Loka is mean the world, so he knows everything in the world, not just physically, but he know about the truth of life, truth of the world being. He knows everything more than any modern science. Anuttaro Purisathama Sarati. So he is the best trainer who can train a monk, a layman, to find happiness, to do the good thing, to do the good deed. He is the best trainer in the world. 7.1 Sattha Teva Manutsanang. Wow, he is the teacher of men, and he is the teacher of every master in the world. Putto, he awake, like I said at the beginning. Awake of what? Awake from living under suffering. He awake, he knows about the bad side of suffering, and then try to and seek the way to be away from defilement and suffering. So he awake to the truth of the world. Last one, Bhagawa. Wow, past one. He is lucky. He has a lot of merit, so he can success in everything he want to do. So this is the part of the values of the Buddha. So I will go to next chapter, next one. I said the Dhamma Tipitaka consists of 3 things. Sutta means the story of the Buddha's life, what's going on. It's like a historical record. Vinaya is the monk's discipline at all. And the Pithamma is mean what he's teaching. So the numerical teaching comes from Abhidhamma section of the Tipitaka. Why we have to pay respect to the Tipitaka or the Dhamma? Why we have to believe on that? Because in the Pali words we have Savakhato Bhagavata Dhammo. So it means because this is the well proclaimed of the Dhamma of the Buddha teaching. And Santitiko it means because of if you practice the Dhamma, you get enlightened by yourself. Santitiko. So it means the guided way, guided script. Akaliko. So Akaliko is mean the detail or information in the Dhamma is timeless. It's timeless. So it can be practiced, it can be followed in any time, not specific on any time. It's timeless. You can practice it again and again. It's something, yes, so just not specific on any period of time. Okay, Akaliko Ehipatsiko. So it is the thing that inviting to come and see, inviting inspection. So it led you to know the truth of the Dhamma, to realize, to understand. So you have to come and learn and see and study by yourself. Do not believe on others. Just try to practice, try to learn by yourself, and then you will know by yourself. Opanayiko, the 5th one, Opanayiko, the worthy of inducing and by one's own mind, worthy of realizing, and to be tried to practice leading onward. So it is a thing that you should bring to your mind and follow what is taught in the Dhamma. Pachatang Vetitapo, the last one. Pachatang Vetitapo is what directly experientially the wise. So you have to practice by yourself, and then you will know and you will get experience. 6th one. And now for the monk. Wow, what the monk? Why should we respect to the monk? Okay, because the monk, the first one, 9 values of to respect. Supatipanno, the monk is the person who has a good conduct and who follow the disciplines from the Buddha teaching. Uchupatipanno, who the monk is a person who practice upright conduct. Yayapatipanno, okay, the last one, who practice on the right conduct of well-being in the world, right conduct to bring peace to the world, bring people to find enlightenment. The last one is a lot of Pali words. 3. มีจิปฏิปันโน so it means of dutiful conduct, proper conduct. So it means the monk is a person who has a good behavior, because when they ordain, so they have to be under the well training by their teacher. So the monk is the person who has who are well trained. The Ahunayo, the 5th one, worthy of gift, who is the person that you should give them some gift. And Pahunayo is the person who you can worthy of hospitality. Takinayo, okay, so he is worthy of offering. Sorry, he is worthy of offerings. 8th one, Anshali Karaniyo, okay, he is very worthy of reverential salutation. So it means the person that you can pay respect. This is in the Buddhist belief. The last one, Anuttarang Punyakketang Lokatsa, it means that the incomparable field of merit or virtue for the world. So he is a person who can do and gain merit by offering and donating to him. You gain merit. Okay, thank you very much for wisdom talk. It might be hard for you, so you can learn just like comparative study. So if you have any question, feel free to ask, and then I will turn the microphone to our moderator.